Hello dear traders, welcome to the weekly review of Trading Hero Strategy. This week all portfolios showed a profit. Let's start our analysis from the first portfolio. This is the 5K portfolio in the first version, and the profit of this week is 0.3%. 5K portfolio in the second version brought us 0.8% profit. 5K portfolio version 3 brought us 0.45% profit. 10K portfolio version 1 brought us 0.2% profit. 10K portfolio version 2 brought us 0.1% profit, 10K portfolio version 3 brought us 0.2% profit, 20K portfolio brought us 0.1% profit, 50K portfolio brought us almost 0.3% profit, 100K portfolio 0.3% profit, and 200K portfolio brought us 0.4% profit. Let's switch to the MetaTrader platform and check the performance of each currency pair. We'll start from the first currency pair, which is the Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar. We are on an hourly time frame. Each vertical line separates one trading day, and we highlighted the area of the current trading week with the gray rectangle. Speaking about the technical picture, we can see that our local trend continues, and this week was not an exception. We were trying to break the previous local highs, and actually there was a moment when I thought that this attempt was successful, but not. On Wednesday we tried to break it once, and then was the second attempt on Thursday, but still you can see that the market came back to the local lows of the current week, and now we're consolidating somewhere in the middle of this local price channel. Speaking about the profits, we have $966, and technically we hold both buying and selling positions simultaneously. This is absolutely normal because we are holding some positions from the beginning of the week when the market was moving upward, and we were gaining selling positions that we have not closed yet. And when the market started to decline, we started gaining buying positions, which we're also holding. So it means that everything is okay. Each algorithm will close its position when we meet the requirements of the take profit. On the daily time frame, we can see that the market continues its upward movement, and I suppose that the next week we're gonna see the next attempt to break through these local highs. And after we break this high, we can definitely say that yes, our uptrend continues, but so far we are in a phase of a consolidation. The next currency pair is Aussie NZD. The profit is $10. As we can see, we spent almost all the week in the consolidation. We were trying to break the local highs on Tuesday, and then we finally broke them today, and we even reached the highs of July. And here you can also see that the market is moving upward. So on the daily time frame, we can say that we have this local high, local low, local high. Maybe this can be considered the local low, and now we have a new local high. So we can see that our upward movement continues, but still it's too early to say that we have a strong uptrend because we are still trading in the middle of this price channel. The next currency pair is Aussie USD. Here you can see that we also spent the entire week in the consolidation. First of all, we were trying to move down following this downward movement. Then we broke the previous local highs, and we're trying to rise higher than the prices of the last week of July. But on Thursday we came back, retested the previous lows, and then bounced off, and now we are in the middle of the price channel. So if we speak about the current trend, I don't see any trend here. We can say that whole this picture is just a huge corridor with no clear boundaries. We can say that we have this downward movement from one side. From another side, we can say that okay, it can be an upward movement, but frankly speaking, this is just a consolidation. The profit of this week amounted to $224. On the daily time frame, we can see that actually we have this upward global trend, and the breakthrough we saw at the end of July, actually we can say that the price came back into the frames of this trading channel, so we can say that it will continue to grow gradually. The next currency pair is Euro GBP. Here we can see that market continue its decline, and now we met the support here on the previous level of support, so we're globally in a consolidation. We closed a bunch of buying trades with a profit of $52, and we still keep gaining the positions with the other algorithm that we have. Globally, we can see that after the attempt of the market to break the local highs of April, buyers were not able to hold the price too high, and we saw 6 days of decline, and now we have this first day of correction, the first day of growth in this week. But considering that we are here on the local support level, we can see the consolidation during the next week. The next currency pair is GBP USD, and here we can see that unfortunately our forecast that market will decline following this trend line, it was really good, and as you can see on Friday we actually reached this trend line, and we were waiting for the market to make the next downward movement and finally close our positions, but not. The market continued its growth, and now we can see that we reached the previous local high. What is good that we were trying to break through this level for 2 days in a row, and it didn't work, so maybe we have a chance that the market will continue to decline on the next week, because if we check the global picture, we can see that we have this kind of a consolidation where we have clear local lows, and also we have clear local highs, and there was an attempt to break through these levels, and we even spent some time above this price level, but then the price came back to this channel, and now we can see that we have a second attempt to break it after this decline, and hopefully it will not be successful and we'll see a further price decline. The profit of this week amounted to $342 on a daily time frame. We can also see that we are approaching the local resistance level. The next currency pair is GBP CAD, and here you can see that we have a huge growth. This movement covered almost 5,000 pips, and the market keeps growing. We didn't close any trade because we didn't have any sufficient correction to close our trades. When we started selling at this point, the situation was completely different. We have this local downward channel, and at that time actually selling was a good idea, but now we can see that market reversed and easily broke through several previous local highs. Let's check the daily time frame, and here we can see that we have this local resistance level that we are trying to break, and the price has been growing for 10 days in a row. So I suppose that today or on Monday we're gonna see the correction, because this kind of growth is really big. But considering the historical patterns, we can see that sometimes market can grow even 17 days in a row and will not stop, but maybe this case will be different. So we are holding a lot of selling trades, so we still have the capacity to withstand the drawdown if market continues its growth and break through the local highs, and then we'll fall down and we will close all our trades with a profit. But so far we are waiting for the decline. The next currency pair is USD CAD. Here you can see that we also spent the entire week in a consolidation. Yes, we have risen from the levels of the opening of this week, but we didn't break the local highs of the previous week, so we can say that actually we are in the frames of the prices that we've seen on the last week. On the daily time frame, we can see that we have this consolidation, and here we had this retest of this resistance level that became a support, and now from my point of view we have a good opportunity that the price will continue its growth towards the previous local highs. And the last currency pair is NZD CAD. We are on an hourly time frame as well, so you can see that we tried to break through the local resistance level, but we failed and the market went down. Actually, this kind of market, when we have huge downward, upward movements, it's really good for us because we can buy and sell and make many trades regardless the global trend, and actually this kind of market is my favorite. So the profit amounted to $300, and now we have mostly buying positions and waiting for the market to grow to close them with the profit. This is all information for this week. Thank you for your attention and see you in the next video review.